Welcome to Tarot Tuesday, where I go live every single Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and answer your questions. It might need to be called the 7:05 show because it seems to take that long to readjust equipment. Very funny. Oh, well, eventually I'll get it right. Let's see. Let me do a check-in on the chat. Hey, Ken, nice to see you. Hey, Amanda. Yay. You guys ready to rock and roll? Hey, Jerry. We've got some good questions that have already come in tonight, so it's going to get interesting. A lot of interesting questions. So, hey, hello from New York. Nice to see you. Hello, Regina. Nice to see you. So let's go ahead and get into it. I appreciate your patience. Like I said, the 7:05 show, I'm going to get that on time. I hate being late, but I have to move things around in the studio. I might have found somebody to help me with the camera setup. I'm calling them tomorrow to see if they have the skill set to do it. They're at a computer store. Oh my God, to have that second camera set up, I cannot wait. Yes, many full moon blessings. Oh my God, I love it. All right, so again, welcome to Tarot Tuesday, where I go live every single Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific, and I answer your questions. So this is Ancient Oak Psychic Arts. You can visit me at ancientoakpsychicarts.com if you want to read more about me. My name is Alison Wagner. I'm an intuitive empath, tarot reader, and psychic. I read and feel into the energy of the cards. I do have a sale going on right now, so if you'd like to take advantage of that, definitely go ahead and check it out. You can also sign up for the free newsletter on the site, so you will be aware of everything that's happening first. So definitely sign up if that's something you're interested in, and you can book a personal reading, missing person consultation. If that's something that you're interested in, if you or someone you know is missing a loved one, definitely check that out. You can also visit the Learning Center on my website for the Manifestation Masterclass, Online Tarot Masterclass, and the private lessons for intuition development, one-on-one tarot lessons, raising your vibration, because some people have a hard time with that. And so I'll give you some tools and techniques to use. Also, one-on-one manifestation. I teach the class, but if you already have what you feel is your manifestation and it's not working, we can meet one-on-one and tweak it for you. So definitely check that out if that's something you're interested in. Check out Alison's Picks. Those are my affiliate links. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, and TikTok, but mostly YouTube. I have Zodiac readings for all signs, the daily tarot reading, that short and sweet segment. Definitely check that out. I post that every single day. If we hit the notification bell, you'll be the first to know when that comes out. And Tarot Tuesday, where I go live every single Tuesday. And I do the occasional interview. And somebody just interviewed me. I've had that happen twice. One was on a private platform. So if you didn't get a chance to see that interview, you would have to become a paid member now to see it. The dates that I posted, there were only 3. That's when it was free to everybody. After that, you need to be a member to see it, as far as how I understand it. And then somebody just interviewed me, definitely a different interview, but somebody had just interviewed me, and that should be posting, I think, on Friday, but I'm going to post it on my site too, so you'll definitely be able to see that. And that's if you're interested. Don't feel obligated to watch it. I mean, some people, they really don't care about me. They just want their video. They want their Zodiac video. So don't feel obligated. What else to tell you? If you want to join the channel's membership, you can definitely do that. Take advantage of that. You can vote in the polls that are posted. I'll do members videos. Definitely do that. And when I go live every Tuesday, and I might be bringing in a second day, a daytime, and I might do it where I'm in my pajamas or something, because I'm not a morning person, but you can definitely do tarot first thing in the morning. And so that's where you're just getting that raw data coming right in, no filter too. Whoa, names are jumping. So if you become a member, or if you are already a member and you show up tonight, when we do the member shout out, that means just say something in the chat. Hi, how are you? Hello, whatever it is you want to say, your name goes in here. I mix it up and I pull a name out randomly. This person, and this is Andrea. So Andrea would get a free question answered. Even if you already posted one, you'd get a second one. So keep that in mind. It's something that we do every week. And again, we have a lot of channel members, but they don't all show up for the live. So you really have a high probability of having your name chosen. So again, hit that notification bell if you want to see me go live. Don't forget to please like, share, subscribe, and hype me if you want. A lot of people have been hyping me. To be honest, several weeks ago, I didn't even know what that was. And then someone told me, and I was like, oh my God, that's wonderful. So people have been hyping the video. So a big thank you to the people that have been doing that. I think it's really helped get the message out there and share the channel. And don't forget to leave a comment after tonight's show. Definitely leave it. You don't have to wait till after the video post, but you can leave it down below. That would be great too, so other people get to see it. In fact, that reminds me. So I answered a question for someone. It was either last week or the week before. I don't remember, but it was for her cat, Cinnamon, and this was out of Canada. You know, it's snowing up there right now, and she had me pull cards on her cat. Her cat got out, and they couldn't find it, and she was really worried. Well, I got a hit that the cat was still alive. The cat was worried and really looking for her, wanting, you know, was really upset. So she put flyers out as what was coming through in the cards, and they found the cat. Can you believe that in this weather? Oh my God, they found the cat and they ended up trapping it and then getting their cat back. And she posted it on the Tarot Tuesday. I just don't remember what date it was, and I'm filming on my phone, so I can't look at my phone as a reference, but I screenshot the comment. So I'm just saying, if you guys have that happen, because so many people are submitting questions, a lot of people email me privately. I'm really glad that she put that publicly, because I want people to be able to see that the results are real and that they come into fruition. So congratulations for you and Cinnamon. I hope you're watching tonight. I'm not sure if you are, but I just think that's amazing. Hey, Sherry, nice to see you. Hey, Suzanne, nice to see you from Ottawa. I don't even know if she was in Ottawa. That just reminded me, but she was in Canada. It was amazing. Oh my God, I love that email. Hey, Ava, nice to see you. Angie. It was just super cool. All right, so what else to tell you? So at the end of tonight's show, especially for everyone that is here, hey, Ava, is that I do a general reading for everybody. So we're going to pull like the energy for the collective and see what message wants to come through for everybody. That's at the end, and that's going to be for people that are here live, watching the replay, or whenever this video finds you. Time is fluid. I don't believe in that, oh my God, it can only be, you know, during this time frame. I know a lot of tarot readers do that. I personally don't. The only time I'll do that is for the daily tarot reading, because I'm pulling the energy of that day. But I'm not going to pull it like for this week and that week, and no, because I do believe, and even for the dailies, if somebody watches a daily that was maybe a year ago, you know what? That message is still meant for you. Even though it has a different date on it, the fact that you're clicking on it and you're gaining something out of it, you're going to gain what is meant for you. That is taking what resonates and leaving the rest. So I think that you will find that very true. Think about it when, you know, I don't watch TV. I love to be entertained, and I love, you know, my background is literature and philosophy, and I love to be entertained. Well, I think there's a bunch of crap out there, so I really actually stopped watching it, and it's also, they program us. So every once in a while, I'll see something come up in my YouTube feed or just on the TV itself, because I watch YouTube on my TV. And so I remember several years ago, on Amazon, it showed up a couple of different shows, and I'm like, okay, I'll just click on it and just see. And you know what? They were fantastic, or on Netflix or whatever it was, but most of them are crap. But that meant that that was there to come through at that moment in time, that I gained something from that. And these were things that had been recorded or played, filmed, whatever word you want to use, maybe 10 or 15 years prior, but the message was still relevant for the time that I saw it. So that's how I look at tarot too. All right, so enough of that. I just want to say a special thank you to all the subscribers and to all the people that are returning, the new people. Your love and support really means a lot to me, and we have a phenomenal community. Thank you. So here we go. The general guidelines for live tarot readings. 2 rules. 1 question per show, so that way it doesn't become one person's personal reading. Not a big deal. Ask a question every single show if you want, or book a personal reading. 2nd rule, no bad language or topics. Keep it family friendly for YouTube. It's a censorship platform. You know, plus, you know, if a kid's in the background. We don't need them to hear like some really disgusting stuff like what's coming out in these files. So, you know, we just want to kind of keep our energy as clean as possible for that. So you can submit your questions before or during the show. They will be answered live, and it is a $20 minimum for PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, and Stripe, and then a $30 minimum for Super Chat, and that is because Super Chat takes 40%. So just a FYI on that. What else to tell you? Okay, so if you have any questions, the addresses for the donation are in the description of the video. Click on more and you see it drop down. Or if you're in the chat, the moderators can definitely help you. That's what they're here for. And then I have a disclaimer and we will get going. Disclaimer, this is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a therapist and I do not give psychiatric, legal, financial, or medical advice. All right, so first question. This is going to be from Linda. Hi, Alison. Love your lives and Pisces videos. What does the universe want to tell me today? Thank you, Linda. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Now, Linda has been asking a question like every single week since I first went live. Even when I was here, like I think at one point, I think I was doing it 3 days a week live. So here we go. This is for Linda. What does the universe want to tell Linda today? We have 8 of Wands. We have 2 of Wands and the Moon. Oh, Linda, a lot is coming in for you. So we have 8 of Wands, 2 of Wands, and the Moon. You see these butterflies. This is really telling me you've got a lot of messages coming in about change. So I think a lot of things are going to shift in your life right now. A lot of momentum is coming in for you, but and a lot of information, that's for sure. But it's about you figuring out what it is you want to do with that information. It's not just sitting on it or letting it pass you by. This information is coming into you, and this is you really figuring out how you're going to act on it. So this tells me, I feel like you're getting ready to make a big change that's coming in, and this coming in really fast. But this is you figuring out what it is you're going to do with that information and start making a move. We're looking at Wands. So we're looking at action, you know, a lot. This is a fast moving card. I feel like there's a lot that's coming in for you. And then we have the Moon and your Pisces. So this is you getting in touch with that intuition, getting in touch with that aspect of self, not just the dreamy quality, because this is telling me that this is more practical action that's coming in for you. But this is you trusting your intuition that's going to guide you in the direction that you want to go in, which is over here. So that tells me whether it's in a relationship, whether it is in work or retirement, finances, your health, spirituality, whatever it is that you're looking to do, and it could be a combination of all the above. To me, this is about you taking in all this information that's happening now and making a decision. To me, I'm not getting that there's any slowness here. So this is about you making a swift decision. Not sitting on the information and just pondering it. To me, this is about you making a very quick decision, trusting that intuition, stepping over any fear, anything that's unfamiliar. There might be things that you don't quite see off the bat, but you're going to trust your intuition and the information coming in. It means that there might still be more out there that's relevant to what it is that you're working on, but you don't quite see everything yet, but that will show up eventually. Trust your intuition. That's what's coming in for you today, Linda. Thank you for your question. All right. And Ava posts a question. And Ava also asks a question every single show. Thank you, Ava. I love you for that. Thank you. And let's go ahead and see what Ava says. Hi, Alison. Love Tuesday night. I do too. I think it's a blast. What is my highest self trying to tell me during this portal? Thank you. Okay, let's find out. Isn't it interesting how this show just happens to be on the full moon? I love it. Okay, so let's find out. What is your higher self trying to tell you during this portal? All right. Ooh, my room just got really quiet. Wow. Something's here. Okay, here we go. We have 7 of Cups, the Magician, and the 8 of Cups. All right, so 7 of Cups, the Magician, and the 8 of Cups. Interesting. So the 7 to the 8 and the Magician is in between, and there's a cup on that too. So really, it's, to me, the cup energy is very, very heavy in all three cards when we're looking at this. So first card out, this is telling me you have a lot of choices and you're still waiting for clarity. There's one choice that stands out above all the rest that seems to be the best choice for you. This is your higher self telling you to look for the best choice possible. So that tells me that, it's about you waiting for that type of clarity to come in, but it's cup energy. So it's also trusting your intuition and your heart on this. So I do feel that there's some confusion, and your heart might be also confusing you. You might feel one way, and your mind and your intellect is telling you to go another direction. It's about waiting for that clarity to come in. And this is where you are a master of whatever it is that you want to create for yourself. As above, so below. Whatever you desire, you can bring it into fruition. You have the will, the determination, and the focus to do it. So your higher self really wants you to focus on what it is that you want and start manifesting it in. All the seeds that you're planting, you're going to start to bring into fruition when your focus is there. How does that saying go? Where your attention goes, energy flows. And that's what's coming in. You're flowing that energy. And a lot of it is heart energy, because to me, it's all cups. It's just dripping with cup energy. This is you also getting in touch with your higher self, maybe through meditation, and finding out what it is that you desire. Like really having that heart to heart with yourself. What is it that you desire? What is it in maybe a relationship, finances, career, retirement, housing, travel, location, relocation? And again, it can always be a combination of everything, but getting in touch with that and really finding out what truly makes you happy and making that happen, because this tells me you have all the resources and all the tools to make it happen. Once you focus on something and, again, waiting for the best choice to show itself, and if you already know, then it's you focusing your energy towards that. And if you don't see it, this is you continuing to move on, because you want that 9th cup that's here. And this card is talking about walking away to find something more satisfying and more fulfilling in your life. This is when you're not fully happy and you're not fully activated. The 9th cup that goes right here is wish fulfillment. So that tells me that your wish, your dream has not come into fruition. And if you want to focus on it, focus on what it is that's your best and highest good, your highest choice, that's something that really needs to come in. But you need to also have the courage to be able to walk away from what you have to find what it is that you're looking for. And will that always come into fruition? It's divine timing, it's your free will, and it is, I would say, Jupiter energy, that luck and right timing, that wheel of fortune, because there's a lot of moving pieces at play. But this tells me, I always feel like there's such a very high probability when you're when you're risking a lot by walking away from that 8 of cups and to go on to that 9 and then to the 10, that's what this life is about. You are taking that risk, that chance, calculated risk, whatever it might be, to try and achieve your goal in any aspect, whether it's going to be in investments, in finances, in relationships, in a house that you want, a car that you want. That's what that is. You're walking towards getting that wish fulfillment. And that's something that's really big. So because it's mostly cup energy, I'm getting that this is about happiness, and it has to do with love, your emotions. And I think it's a spiritual connection also that you're looking for that. That's what the universe wants to tell you today, Ava. Does that make sense? Just want to say hi. Hi, Inner Source. Hey, Calgary. I love it. Yeah, I haven't watched TV really since, I think, 9/11. That was really bad. And I definitely try never to watch the news. Every once in a while, someone will send me something, and I just get stuck. And I might watch it. Like, I made the mistake of watching the Charlie Kirk assassination. Someone sent that to me and it was just so random and I clicked on it and it was a mistake because that to me was me giving my energy away. I think I cried more than his wife. So I don't want to do that. And that was a lesson that was taught to me in that moment, was to not give my energy away and to not do that again. It was a reminder that I'm human and that, no matter how toxic the stuff is, you could still get triggered by it. So anyways, that was a big lesson for me. So I try not to do it. I'm going to turn my fan on. Okay, so it's hot in Florida yet again. I hope to be out of here by June. Okay, so this next question is from Andy. And this is an excellent time for me to say this. If anybody's watching and you want to ask a question, this is a great time to submit your question. If you don't know what to say, you can say, what does the universe want to tell me today? Will I find love this week or this summer or this year? Or a lot of people recently, that either have been booking personal appointments with me or they've been asking these questions over the last few weeks. Everyone's looking for their dream home. I'm saying that because this next question coming up is asking that. So whatever it is that you're looking for and you have a question about, feel free to go ahead and ask that. So here's this next question, and this is from Andy. And he writes, hi, Alison. Love your Taurus videos. Thank you. Flattery gets you everywhere. I'm trying to find my dream home by summer. Do you see that happening or will it be longer? Thanks, Andy. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Again, this is a question that so many people have been asking. Everybody wants to move right now. And I think that that's something that we're instinctively feeling, because this year is going to be crazy, that if you want to move, now is the time to do it. That's why my deadline is June 1st. If you can move before then. Just because the crazy stuff happening in summer, does that mean that you can't move during summer? Of course not. But I think it's just easier and not as many distractions if you can do it before, July and August. Okay, so this is for Andy. Will you find your dream home by summer? Let's find out. We have the Magician again. This is the magic crowd tonight. The Knight of Cups and the Four of Swords. Absolutely, you're going to find it. Wow. We have the Magician, the Knight of Cups, and that is a nest. That is you in your dream home with your heart. You're in your dream home. Oh my God, you just can't make this up. I love it. So this is you using all of your resources to find that home. That means this is you driving through neighborhoods, working with a realtor, friends maybe that are in certain areas. This is you being the firstest with the mostest. You show up. If you really find a home you want, maybe to get that home, you put in a larger offer if there's a lot of competition in the area that you're looking in. Use your discernment, your best judgment, and to really make that happen. But this tells me you're absolutely going to do it because you're focused. This is your will, your determination. You're not settling. You're going to hold out for what it is that you desire. Now, does that mean the house is going to be turnkey? Not necessarily. It could be, if you want a 3-car garage and it only has a 2-car garage, but there's enough land and you have the ability to, I guess, get a permit to have that additional garage either as a separate structure or as an attachment to the house. You're looking at turning whatever it is that you're looking for, what your parameters are, into your desired home. So that's part of being a little flexible. If it's turnkey, then you know what? That's when you really have to be the firstest with the mostest and be prepared to really pay for it, right? So it's beautiful. That's coming in. The Knight of Cups. You're going to get exactly what it is that you desire. You are bringing your cup of love forward, and this is you not settling. This is you getting exactly what it is that you desire because you want to be in love with your home. You want to have that beautiful space that makes you feel comfort and secure. And that's what this is. This is you being very comfortable and secure in your own home. You want your dream home. She's dreaming, she's sleeping, and you are absolutely going to get it. Wow, Andy, and I'm getting that you will get it by summer, by the way. So is that going to be by June 1st? Maybe, maybe not by summer. Maybe it goes into July. Maybe it goes up to April, right? You have to be flexible, but I'm getting that it's definitely right there and you're doing everything right. So thank you for your question. All right. So here we go. Let's see. I just want to double check before I get timed out again. Oops. Let me log in. All right. Just kind of refreshing everything. All right. Did time me out. All right. Almost done. Let me get this up. Okay. So we have a question from William. Okay. So William writes, hold on. Hi, Alison. Love the Aries videos. I always feel like you are speaking directly to me. Thank you. Flattery gets you everywhere. I appreciate that. What's it? What's that say? Okay. Spell check. Okay. Love your insight. I booked another reading. Fantastic. Oh, okay. William. I know now. Okay. I'm putting two and two together. I'm looking for my soulmate. Will I find her this year? Thank you, William. Okay. Let's go ahead and find out. I'm going to get my love deck for that. All right. Here we go. All right, so will you find your soulmate this year? We have the Hanged Man, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the King of Wands. You're going to be off to a slow start. So we've got the Hanged Man, the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the King of Wands. What this is telling me is that this is you looking at it from a different perspective. For me, this is you taking a time out and to look at what you're desiring in a soulmate. So I think to me, that's always that moment where you want to get a piece of paper out, do it old school, write down what the attributes are that you're looking for in your soulmate and your partner, get a second piece of paper out and write down your attributes and what you bring to the relationship, because you need to know both. And are you looking at a situation realistically? Are you being fair? You know, it's kind of like, this always pisses people off when I use this example, but I think it's a really good example. It's that kid that's in the basement of his parents' house playing video games that wants the supermodel. Not realistic. So it's a matter of really being more realistic about what you want. I'm not saying you're not, but I always want to put that in perspective, because it's like, you know, these people that don't do anything and they're like, I just hope to win the lottery, and they never try and strive and achieve anything in their life. They're just hoping that by some, you know, chance they're going to get rich. So it's one of those moments. It's you really having a different perspective. So maybe that's just refreshing what it is that you're looking for, these attributes. And then I would do a third piece of paper and I would write down, what is your definition of love? What are you looking for in that relationship? Because I think that helps. Those three separate sheets of paper really help you get a broad idea of what it is that you're looking for as you're narrowing it down at the same time. What is love to you? What are you looking for? Companionship? You know, because some people, they're comfortable with the trophy wife. And so is that woman, by the way. There's certain people out there that are like that, and they're comfortable in that role. And when you get the two together, that's perfect. It's a good match. But if you're looking for like your best friend, or, you know, you're looking for a power couple or two families blending together, each person has 2 or 3 kids, you know, if you're looking for that, it's really you putting that down and really looking at that. And then coming together. But to me, this is about you just really taking that time out, taking a pause and doing that, because you're going to get it. Look at, you have the 10 of Pentacles. This is it. This is what everybody strives for. This is friends, family, pets, your housing, 401k, your health, right? Education, everything is represented by this card. Everybody wants the 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. This tells me you're going to get it. But you need to define what it is. The universe is working with you, but you have to do your part and define what it is and what it is that you're looking for so it can present to you. Because you, my friend, are the King of Wands energy. This is very intense focus. You're passionate, you're charming, this charisma that's here. This is you taking action. This is bold, courageous steps. This is you when someone, like, let's say you're at a party and people are dancing and you see the person you want. This is you walking up to the other man that they're dancing with, tapping on the shoulder and taking over, taking that bold, courageous step. This is you doing those actions. It's making yourself stand out and like a king. Basically, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that you have absolutely no problem. I think you're going to have a lot of choices. It's just you defining what it is that you want. Wow, William, very powerful. Yay, congratulations. I love it. Okay. Hey, Bebo. Yep. It's Tuesday. Hey, welcome. All right, so next question. This is from Leanne, and she writes, hello, Alison. My mom recently passed away. Does she have a message for me? Thank you, Leanne. Okay, let's go ahead and find out. All right, I'm going to use a different deck. I'm feeling drawn towards this deck over here. All right. So, does your mom have a message for you? Here we go. This is for Leanne. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Oh my God, how beautiful. So we've got the Four of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. So this is really saying that she wants you to work through this intense sadness that you have because you're missing a lot of opportunities that are around you in relationships, in work, in just in your life in general. Your mom feels like you're slipping away, like you're missing things. That's that really deep, intense grieving process that I feel like you're going through. And I feel that, but the thing is that you're missing a lot of things when that's happening. That's what the message is from your mom. She doesn't want you to miss it. She wants you to live your life to the fullest. She wants you to get out there and enjoy the journey of life and to not miss anything. This Knight of Pentacles is you enjoying, whether you're alone or in the company of other people, this is you having this type of happiness, being mission oriented, seeing things in this world that get your attention and being able to see these opportunities, because right now you're missing everything. You're not seeing these gifts and blessings from the universe. She wants you to shift out of that. So I don't know when she passed away, but you know, we go through this grieving process and everybody has their own time period that they go through. The problem is for a lot of people that they get stuck and they stay there for a long, long time. They don't go through the different stages or passages of grief. What they end up doing is they get stuck and they start spiraling down. And that is something that you want to try and avoid and work through. And that's that moment where maybe you can do grief counseling or do something or a support group, because you then become, that is your identity. You're starting to change the neural pathways and some other things, your body chemistry, when you're in a depression for such an extended period of time. Now you have to pull yourself out of that hole. And that's what your mom is trying to get you to not spiral out. She wants you to enjoy life again and to be where you are on a mission. Every night's on a mission. She wants you to move forward with your life, not be stuck. So this is something that, you know, find something that you truly love. Maybe you have a pet, that unconditional love. Maybe you have friends or family that are really supportive and genuinely love you, right? They're genuinely there for you. That's that moment that's who you want to surround yourself with and have more uplifting times. Time does heal, but it does take some time, and that's just part of it. But every person goes through this in their life, and obviously several times. So you are not alone, and you're definitely not the first, and you won't be the last person to go through this, is what is really coming through. You know, that's just that general knowledge, because your mom loves you. This is 10 of Cups. Everybody wants the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, and you have the 10 of Cups. This is happy, joyful family. Your mom wants you to have this sense of joy, and right now you're really lacking that. And so it's really about finding something that truly makes you happy. Again, I think a pet, or if you have children that are really young, not troubled teenagers, but if you have some that are like that, still that unconditional love, you know, that is just such a beautiful energy to be around. And, you know, if you have a dog, you have to get out and walk that dog, right? So you're getting out, you're getting fresh air, you're getting circulation, taking that deep breath, you're getting sunlight, depending on where you are in the world right now. And it is that moment where it forces you to get out, and that will also help you move through this grieving process. So that's your message from your mom. She doesn't want you to stay in that grief for an extended period of time. She loves you very much, and she wants you to have that beautiful joy. This is happy, joyful family. I think you and your mom were very close, and that's why she's telling you that. She wants you to be happy. Really happy. Aw, I'm going to cry. Thank you, Leanne, for your question. All right, so we are 35 minutes in. I think that this is a great time for us to do final call. So if anybody has a question that they want to ask, right now is an excellent time for you to go ahead and do that. And let me see, I think I might have gotten timed out. Hold on, let me just refresh. Okay. And all right, so let me try Venmo too. Okay, so Venmo, Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Thank you. Amanda also asks a question every single week. Thank you for that. And that's it. You know what? And who wouldn't want that, right? I love it. So here we go. So Amanda, hi, Alison. Taurus was so good this week. I watched it back to back 3 times. I love you. What message supports my sense of purpose? Oh, I love it. Yeah, it was good. It was, I'm just letting it come on through, and it just keeps getting stronger and stronger, these messages. All right. So what message is going to support your sense of purpose? Okay, so here we go. 9 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, and the Hermit. All right, so we have 9 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, and the Hermit, Virgo energy. So this is really saying Spirit wants you to be fulfilled. Make a wish and go for it. This is one of those moments where it's about, I love this card. This is really about you having your wish fulfilled. So again, I would write down, I always believe in the old school, because when you put it on paper, you see it in black and white right in front of you. Put it down on paper, what it is that you want to do. And maybe it's several things, and see what really resonates, what you can do right now. Because this is talking about making a wish, throwing this coin in the well and making a wish on what it is that you want. And you see all the magic around it. That magic is your energy, your focus, your will, and your determination. So focus on something and put all your energy into it and bring it into fruition. We have the card of lack, the 5 of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. But the card of lack is where you feel like you're lacking something, you're missing out on something. This is not a good energy to be in. 5s are difficult energies in the tarot. What happens is they're down to their last piece of bread and they're in survival mode. They don't see, like last piece of bread, they don't see these magical strawberries leading back to this cabin, this house, that first of all, they'd have more food than just that piece of bread, but they would also have food, shelter, maybe a car to the next city. You know, there'd be more to that. And when you're in survival mode, you're focused, right? Your aperture is narrow. Food, shelter, water. So that is that card of lack. The trick is to shift out of that, like lacking, I don't have this, I don't have that. This can also be a victimization. So when you switch out of all of that, you focus on your strengths. And that is your power. So you're focusing on the resources that you do have. What is it that you have that is a strong strength? Use that as a tool to make your wish happen. And with the Hermit, this is that dark night of the soul card. This tells me that it's about you doing a lot of soul searching right now. It doesn't necessarily have to be dark, but you do that soul searching. You are finding what it is that truly moves you. What is you're having this, I feel like you're having an internal journey about yourself, and that's part of what this card is. And it's you finding your own enlightenment. You are looking for your own light, and you have that light. You're grabbing that light, and now you're bringing the light out to the world to shine that light, to make your dream happen, and not to shine light on any weaknesses, but to shine light on your strengths. The light is here. It's not here in survival mode. It's here where you have more. Look at your strengths. So that's what I would say. Focus on your strengths. The light is here also, right? You're bringing your light and you're sharing it with the world. That tells me that you are a light worker and you are bringing it out. That's part of what your journey is. How can you touch other people? It's bringing that out. So you have to raise your own vibration and your own illumination inside yourself, and then you can share it with the world. That's what's coming through in the cards. Does that make sense, Amanda? Well, I hope everybody liked it. Yeah, and I had the... Bye. That's okay. Thanks for coming in. So I got to say, the thing with that is, yeah, there was a typo on that, so I fixed that. So apparently spell check doesn't catch it in YouTube until, I don't know. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's really strange. Anyways, does that make sense? Well, I think that it's one of those things where now you just choose something and try it. And if this doesn't like float your boat kind of thing, then you just go on to the next one until you find something that does. It's kind of like, I know like what a lot of people will say is, what do they say? Like I get a lot of people that, so like let's say someone was looking for a therapist. And you go and you try someone out and you're not sure, and then you try a second person, and that second person maybe is meant for you, or that second person shows you that that first person was really the better choice. But you're doing this type of comparison to see what really works for you, because you're not necessarily sure what's out there, and you're also not sure with all the changes that you've personally gone through, that what resonated with you 5 years ago might not resonate with who you are right now. And that's why getting out there and trying different things is important, right? So just, I would put yourself out there and see what's, I don't know what's in your area, but I would put yourself out there and just see what it is that you can do. What is that you desire? Not what society thinks you should do or what your friends or family think you should do, but what do you actually want to do? What makes you happy? That's what I would do. Thank you for your question, and thanks for being such an awesome moderator. I appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. There's that candle. It is the light. You know what? That's right. You mentioned that before. And you know what? On my Facebook Marketplace, there's somebody in my area that does that. And she's selling out of bread. So, I mean, what a great way to work from home. And if it gets really big, maybe you open up a bakery down the street kind of thing. But I mean, she looks really happy, and there's a ton of sales that are showing up on there, and she's got reviews. So, I mean, you would be surprised. Maybe a farmer's market, who knows? Who doesn't love a good sourdough? Yum. And then maybe branch out to even other ones, right? Oh my God, how yummy. Yummy. All right, so next question. All right, so again, final call. If anyone's watching, you want to ask a question, definitely submit it now. All right, so next question. And this is from, what is that? Tony. Okay, so Hi, Allison. Your daily message was spot on today. Thank you very much. Flattery gets you everywhere. My question is, all right, this is for everybody. Okay, my question is, will the internet go out soon? Will the government turn it off? Thank you, Tony. I love the people here. Let's find out. I think that is a good question. I think it's legit, with all the stuff that's been going on. Maybe they don't want people to communicate between other countries to see what's going on, or even within, I'm in the United States, within the different states or cities. So let's go ahead and find out. Or maybe they're going to plan an alien invasion. So let's see. All right. Will the internet go out soon? Will the government turn it off? Okay, so not sure if it would be the government. Maybe it's something else, but let's find out. Will the internet go out soon? We've got the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Ace of Wands. All right, so you guys know when I ask a yes or no question and I get an ace, that's a yes. So I've been saying this in some of the videos. So we've got Page of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. There is a high probability that it's an opportunity for the internet to go out. It's an opportunity for them to do something. I'm not exactly sure what it is that they're going to do. I have some ideas. So I think that this is a great time for everybody to get in touch with old ways. Like, this is the card of childhood and nostalgia. So for me, this is maybe going and having some old school things, board games, deck of cards. If you've got kids or grandkids, if you don't already do it, maybe instead of playing those horrible video games, this is going to be like you're doing Yahtzee, Monopoly, Payday. I don't know. I mean, I'm Gen X, so I'm just thinking of the games from way back when: backgammon, chess, checkers, dominoes, mahjong. I don't know. You're doing it old school. Jigsaw puzzles, right? Something that occupies a lot of time. Jigsaw puzzles, someone can do that if they're alone. Someone can do that if, let's say, you have a child that's very quiet, very artistic. They've got coloring books. Maybe they want to do the jigsaw puzzle. Whatever it is, it's you doing it old school. And I think that this is something that you actually benefit from by having the internet off. I mean, I don't think it's going to be horrible, but I think that it is something that they're going to do, is what I'm getting. And that this is the card of passion. It's the card of fire. All aces are gifts and blessings from the universe and new beginnings. So I do believe that with this fire and technology kind of energy, I do think that it will go off for a little while. Will it be off permanently? You know what? I'm going to find that out. I don't think so. It's too powerful of a tool, but I think that they'll use it as a disruptor. So let's find out. I'm just going to do this. So will it be off permanently? I seriously doubt it, but I'll see the energy of the cards. It's too much of they spy on us. It's too much of a tool. And then there's that satanic AI. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. It's going to be off for a while. Yeah, it's going to be off for a while. So we have the Ten of Wands, the Lover's card, and the Judgment card. Two major arcanas, but this Ten of Wands, that is laying down some burdens. This tells me, I think that they're going to turn it off because a major upgrade is coming. And maybe it's a blast that maybe a blast goes out that affects people that got the jab. Maybe that 5G or 6G, there's something that it's like a spark, and it triggers something in people, and then the internet goes down. And it's going to be some kind of attack, when really it was something that's inside your body that was set off by that frequency. I'm just saying, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I hope, and of course I don't want to see anyone get hurt, but it'll be interesting to see what happens, because I'm just getting that there's some weird stuff going on. So that's something that's coming. Lover's card, choices from the heart. So this tells me that this is something that is in alignment with what the elite want to do. They're going to do something that is in alignment for their end game. A lot of people are going to be released. I think something's coming where like the soul is released. Again, I think if there is something coming, I'm so not the naysayer. I feel like I shouldn't even have said that at this point, actually. But I have to say what I see in the cards. I just feel like there's going to be some type of release from people. Maybe it's an early ascension for some people. All right, so that's what I see. Will the government turn it off? Well, we could go down that rabbit hole for a while. Government, is it aliens, demonic entities? Is it AI? I mean, we can really drill down on that. Illuminati, Freemasons, some other group, right? There's been so much weird stuff. So let's see what happens though, you know? All right, here we go. So I got another question. This is from John. So, hello, Alison. Love your work. I've had several bizarre events happen recently. Am I being gang stalked? Thank you, John from California. You know what? Let's find out. A lot of people are. It's more prevalent than people are aware of, and it's highly organized. All right, here we go. This is for John from California. Are you being gang stalked right now? Two of Cups, the Empress, and the Two of Pentacles. Yes, you are. So we've got Two of Cups, the Empress, and the Two of Pentacles. This is really telling me that they are in it to win it. They are very much entwined with your energy. They're all around you. They're going to pretend to be friends, co-workers. You've got people that show up that are there even when you're not, like maybe they're putting devices in your home or a tracking device on your car. That's definitely coming in. This is you trying to live your best life, but they are absolutely all around you. So this is really telling me that you're having a lot of interference actually come in. And I know you said you said you had several bizarre events happen recently. Well, they are all around you. I mean, this is one of those moments where it's almost like it's relentless. Let's say 10 people were coming at you from different angles, and then you caught on to them. They go away and they're replaced by new people that you don't know their faces. So this is like a big organization that's gang stalking you. So I just feel like it's something that they want. I kind of feel like they want your lifestyle. Like they want your house. They want your finances. They want what you have. And so they are trying to do whatever they are doing to you to get it. So I do feel like this is about you being grounded, stable, secure. This might be contacting someone at the FBI or a law enforcement personality that might give you some insight, because some of the law enforcement is corrupt because they're part of it. But it's one of those moments where you're looking at or looking for someone that you can actually trust. So maybe, there's so much corruption right now that it's really finding someone that you really trust your intuition on it. Look at their responses, look at their body language, their eyes, how does the energy feel in the room or on the phone when you're talking to that person. But I do feel that it's something that you want documented, that this is going on. That's for sure. And that means, if you're going to set up surveillance cameras that can't be hacked, maybe have someone that is former special forces come in that does security now. I mean, like high-end, like tech type security come in and do an assessment of your home, of the car, and kind of give you some advice on what to do because you are being gang stalked. Wow. Good luck with that, John. And in California too. That's where I'm from. It is absolutely prevalent. Thank you. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a moment and do the members shout out really quick. So for all the members that are watching, definitely go ahead and say something in the chat and your name will go in this bowl. And if you're the lucky winner, you have a free question for tonight. All All right, I've got some blank ones for people if they become new members or members that show up that haven't been here before. So let me put those aside. Okay. I just cut some new strips the other day. All right, so yay, Ava. Okay, so we've got Amanda. We've got, okay. I have to go through all this, okay. I meant to do it before the show and I forgot. Okay. Ava, Sherry, Ken. Okay, so who else is here tonight that's a member? Oh, Tommy, fantastic. I hope you're enjoying the show. Really some good questions coming in tonight. Okay, so is that it? Shout out if you're a paid member. That's right. If you're a paid member, your name's going to go in here. I'm going to have some tea. So 30 seconds more. Thank you. I appreciate that, Tommy. I love what I do. I hope it comes through. Remember, it's getting these messages coming in, and then it's divine timing. It's your free will. I can read the best cards for someone, and if they're self-sabotager, they're going to spiral down, and they won't get those opportunities. I've seen that come in too. Okay, so here we go. All right, everybody. All right, so here we go. We have Ken. Ken, tonight, it is you. All right, Ken, think of a question. Oops, let me put this in here too. So how does everybody feel about me maybe doing like a morning show? I don't know, like maybe Thursday morning? I don't know if people, it was popular before. I was thinking Thursday morning, maybe 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. Maybe I show up in my robe. I don't know. It'll be kind of like, you know, the morning coffee. Let's pull cards. So I thought that would be fun too, because a lot of people are in different parts of the world. Everybody has different schedules. So I thought I might do something like that to mix it up. All right, Ken. I'm going to double check. What does the universe have to tell me for this month? Okay, let's go ahead and find out. All right, this is for Ken. I have to use this deck for you, okay? You'll be in your pajamas too. Yeah, I just, you know, I think it would be fun. All right, so here we go. So if you see that notification come out, know that I've decided to do it. Okay, so here we go. All right, so what does the universe want to tell Ken for the rest of this month? That just started. Okay. We have the 6 of Wands. We have the 7 of Wands and the Empress. Ah, Ken. Beautiful cards. So 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands, and the Empress. Beautiful energy. First card out, victory and success after a struggle. This is telling me that whatever it is you've been going through, really, you're getting ahead of it. Victory is coming. This is a lot of success that's coming in, pride in a job well done. This is other people seeing you being successful also. It's not just you doing it alone. It's people seeing that. This could be friends, family, coworkers, neighbors. Everybody is seeing the successes come in for you. 7 of Wands. This is that energy where it's talking about you standing your ground. There's something that you are determined to succeed in. So it's interesting. We've got the 6 and then the 7. So you're still fighting for something, but this is also a really defiant type energy. You're fighting and you're really saying, I'm going to do what I want to do and you cannot get in my way. You're setting up some healthy boundaries with people. This is allowing you to conserve your energy. This is fire. These wands, this is your focus, your will, your determination, your passion. So this is you holding on to your energy, which is making you even stronger than you already are. So that is part of this victory and success that's coming in. You're holding the line, you're holding that ground, and you're not letting people knock you off your block. That's traditionally how the card is. With the Empress, you're all about finding your perfect life, I think. This Empress wants everything to come with ease. So right now, this is telling me you're trying to create your perfect life, your version of it. This is with friends, family, housing, location, relocation, right? This is your finances, your health. This is everything, not just in the earthly realm, but also in the spiritual world. So this tells me that you're also working on that. You're also giving birth to something. It's not that you're just sitting and resting on your laurels. There's something that you want to do. There's something that I think you've been thinking about for a long time. And I think that it's coming close for you to actually do it, because with this victory and success that's here, and this is coming through, where you're standing your ground, this is what it is that you want to give birth to. And now the time is right. I feel like something has changed, and this is allowing you to step into that role that you so desire. And that's what I see coming for you for this month. That Empress energy, she's all four queens put together. The queens have done all the hard work, all the heavy lifting. Now the Empress is there to take this scepter and wave it effortlessly over the wheat and watch it grow. She doesn't have to struggle and work hard at this stage. And that's where you're at. You're giving birth to something new. You're making choices from your heart, what it is that you truly desire. You've got that mind, body, soul connection alignment going on right now, which makes these choices very easy for you. It's not hard. Now, you are fighting to hold boundaries in your ground, right? But everything else is very easy. Wow. Wow. That's what's coming in for you. Big movements. Let me read the comments. Yay. And my favorite deck, humanitarian projects on the way. Fantastic. Well, they're definitely coming through, especially with that Empress energy. That could also be you taking care of your subjects, right? With humanitarian projects, taking care of people that need some assistance, some extra help. Beautiful energy. All right. Thanks, Ken. Okay. So next we have, this is it. We have, let's see, how many people watching? You know what? So for all the people that are watching, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and gift some memberships tonight. Let me pull that up and see if I can do that on this live. So you might hear it go off for just a second until I can stop the volume. There we go. Wait, yeah, that's a mute. All right, so let me go ahead and give away some memberships. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and gift some memberships. So I'm going to gift 5 memberships tonight. So anybody that wants a membership, I have no control over it, just so you know. It's a random choice. So I just selected it. So 5 random people will get free memberships for tonight. And you can go ahead and binge watch all the, let's see, Tony Bledsoe. Oh my, that name. My friend was just telling me about, I can't think of his first name, something Bledsoe. Okay. So we've got Joel, Tony, Wayne, Naveen, if I'm saying that right, Vanessa. Okay. Oh, Bebo. Okay. So, and you might have come back after they were gifted. So yes, so 5 people just got a free membership. So definitely go ahead and check it out. You can binge watch anything and everything that was posted prior. And if you choose to become a member after that, by all means, go ahead and support the channel. That choice is yours. All right. So yay, we've got new members tonight. All right. So happy March. All right. Let me go back to where we were. Hold on. I got timed out again. Hold on. God, I have to log in so many times tonight. I feel like it's getting shorter. Hold on. All right. All right. So So next one. All right. So this is from Monica in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Okay. Hi, Allison. Love your Virgo videos. I booked a reading with you. Congratulations. Flattery gets you everywhere. I look forward to our reading together. And she writes, my dog died a few months ago. Does she have a message for me? Thanks, Monica. Okay, let's go ahead and find out. And you know what? So many people ask that about their cats and dogs. I actually pulled out the cat and dog decks. So let me go ahead and get the dog deck and get some messages. Okay, so does your dog have a message for you? All right. We have the Hermit, 10 of Fire, and the 7 of Sky. Okay. So we have the Hermit, the 10 of Fire, which would be the 10 of Wands, and the 7 of Sky, which would be 7 of Swords. So I'm really figuring, this is so interesting. So the Hermit, this is that wise old soul in the cave. So I feel that your dog wants to say that your dog is actually in a better place. Not that it's better to be, away from this life that it had. I think it had a really great life, actually, is what I'm getting from the energy. But that it's not in a bad place. So to not worry about the dog. Your dog is very happy. I think that she is... I think she's going to be coming back. I normally don't say that, but I get the impression that this dog wants to come back. You might even find that if you adopt another dog, whether it's from a reputable breeder or a shelter or rescue or whatever it is that you want to do, I do feel that that personality might come back through for you. I don't say that all the time. And I'm not trying to get your hopes up at all, but this energy, this dog wants to come and back and be with you, even though the dog is very happy where it's at. So that is something. 10 of Fire. I think that this is one of those moments where I think your dog, you didn't say how your dog passed away, but I think your dog just passed away of old age. I just think that it was like a natural life occurrence, not an accident, not cancer. There's nothing like that. I think it was just old age. And what a way to go if you have to go. And so your dog is just saying, it was just natural part of life. But your dog is watching you. I mean, this card is just screaming at me. Your dog is watching you from the other side. 7 of Sky, 7 of Swords. So for me, this is that moment where I think your dog is in a lot of pain. And I think your dog just wants to reunite with you. And I'm not trying to say, your dog is like, okay, where's that? But your dog has this pull towards you. That's the pain I'm talking about. And I think that there's something that's coming through that's just saying, I think your dog is trying to come up with some type of strategy to figure out how to come back to be by you. That's all I'm going to say. And again, when you are ready to get another dog, I think it would be interesting to see what the vibration is of the dog that you choose and the soul that is in that dog. Because I think that you're going to see a recognition in the eyes. Maybe it's a personality trait. There is something to be said. This dog wants to come back and have another life with you. That's all I'm going to say. I just feel that it is very, very strong. This card is so powerful. It is like almost talking in my ear for it. So I would look, that's what your dog wants to say. And again, I wish I had like a loving cup energy message for you, but that dog just feels like it's focused that it's coming back. So I don't know if it needs to come back and protect you, or it's just like this intense bond and friendship, and that's it. So your dog's coming back. Oh my God, I love it. Congratulations. Thank you, Monica. I hope that makes sense. I wish you were here live. All right. I didn't see your name in there. All right. Yeah, it is sweet. And that's just, it's just like this repetitive message. And that's when I know that that animal is so focused that it just will not, it won't let anything else come through. It just wants that only to come through. Sometimes I can get like a big message, and that just was not happening. That dog is totally focused, like relentless, like a pit bull focuses and then like nothing else exists. You know, that dog is focused and nothing else exists. All right, so next question. This is from Aaron from San Diego, where I am from, but I'm living in Florida right now. I hope to go back home. All right, so hi, Alison. Thank you for your Libra and Capricorn videos. What message does Spirit have for me today? Thanks, Aaron from San Diego. Okay, let's go ahead and find out. I always have a lot of people from San Diego do that too, so I love it. I love it. All right, let's choose what would be a really good deck. Oh, this is calling my name for that. Okay. All right, Aaron, so this deck is really speaking to me for you. All right, so here we go. This is for Aaron. We have 8 of Swords. We have Knight of Pentacles, and we have the 9 of Cups. So 8 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. So this is telling me that you need to get out of your own way, that you're putting restrictions on yourself, and that this is blocking you from seeing these opportunities that are around you and seeing ways for you to move through certain scenarios and situations. This is a self-imposed restriction that's coming in for you. So it's about you getting out of your own way right now. You're mission-oriented. You are definitely focused on creating a lot of structure in your life. So this is going to be that earthly realm. So this is going to be you where you're creating structure in family, in friendships. This could be getting a pet. This could be your finances, your health, housing, location, relocation, career, retirement. There's a lot of things in this earthly realm. This is your 401k. This is your car, right? It's everything that is around us. So you're mission oriented. You are looking for opportunities in creating your best life. You want to be emotionally satisfied. You want your wish fulfilled, but you need to get out of your own way to do that. Maybe you're restricting how you're going about doing that, and you can only see one way of doing something. By you stepping back, taking a deep breath, looking at things from a different perspective, you might see more than one way of doing something. And that will definitely, yep, I can still take a question if someone wants to post it. But that needs to kind of happen now. I think I see 2 more questions. So yeah, you can still submit a question now, and then that will kind of be the cutoff. So I think that for you to have that wish fulfillment, oh God, my hand itches. It's really about you gaining different perspectives. And that's something that is invaluable for you. Because if you're only seeing one way of doing something, remember it's that old saying, if you keep repeating the same thing over and over and you're not getting anywhere, that's like the definition of insanity. Why do you keep doing the same thing over, expecting different results when you're not getting different results? So for me, that's you just taking a deep breath and stepping back. How can you come about this from a different angle, and the doors will open? Right now, you're blindfolded and you're stuck. You need to shift that energy. You know, take a mini vacation, do something that you don't really get a chance to do. If you're a workaholic, go take a walk on the beach, in the mountains, go skiing. You know, it's winter still in a lot of places. You know, do something different to just shift that energy, and that's light and upbeat, right? Something that you can really enjoy. Also, it's creating a memory. And then come back with fresh eyes. And I think you'd really benefit from that. So thank you for your question. All right. So next one is from Leslie in Flagstaff. So Flagstaff, Arizona. Okay, we have, hello, Alison. Does my husband have a message for me? Thanks, Leslie from Flagstaff. Okay, so that would mean that your husband has passed away. So disclaimer, let's see. I'll turn my fan on. I'm just having a meltdown. I can't handle this state. Okay, so, ooh, yeah, let's get this one. All right. All right. So does your husband have a message for you? See, I'm like everybody else. I'm looking for love too, but I'll tell you, I'm not going to find it in Florida because I don't want to be here in this heat. I'd have to find someone that wants to move somewhere cold. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. Does my husband have a message for me? Thanks, Leslie from Flagstaff. Okay, let's find out. Oh my God, how beautiful. The Sun card. We have the Page of Wands and the King of Swords. Yes, I have to just put my hand over this, really, my finger. Sun card, the most positive card in the deck. We've got the Page of Wands and the King of Swords. So, Sun card, yes. He wants you to be happy, to live your best life. He wants you to really step into what it is that you want to do with your life. This is you putting yourself out there, putting your best foot forward. He wants to see you successful is what I'm getting. He wants you to tap into what it is that you desire, what it is that you really want to do, and really go at it from this place of optimism. So why optimism? Because he wants you to shine your light. So there's something about you where I think that's what he was really attracted to you, is that you radiate light, a lot of positivity, and he wants you to share that light with the rest of the world. That is your inner soul, and he wants you to not just keep it at home or locked up, not just with friends and family. There's something about you putting it out on a world stage and shining your beautiful, bright light. So that's something that, I'm getting the chills on the left side. So that's something that's really coming through. We have it with the Page of Wands. It's just taking that first step. Start with baby steps. Get comfortable in what it is that you want to do. He's not trying to say to make you uncomfortable. He just wants you to start putting yourself out there. Baby steps. So maybe, I don't know, Rotary Club or something where you get comfortable with public speaking if you're not. But this is you putting yourself out there. Maybe this is you having your own wellness center or spiritual center or something. He wants you to shine your light, and he knows that everybody would benefit from that light. So again, another light worker is coming through. The King of Swords, because he sees you as a visionary. He sees you as someone that's highly intelligent, that can help connect dots so that you can help other people. Maybe you're a therapist, or, a counselor. You're able to connect dots and help people get through things that are maybe some dark nights of the soul for them, or just through some things that are uncomfortable. They can't see their way out, but you can see. You have life experience, you have common sense, you're grounded, and you have this maturity about you. You're able to really see the big picture, and that helps people that can't see it right now, because the emotions will help cloud it. And so will trauma, and there's a lot of things that come through, but I feel that, this is you really being solid. And you're solid in your positivity and optimism. Being a therapist is hard. It's like, the suicide rate's really hard. Like with dentists and there's other healthcare providers where, the suicide rate is really high. You're hearing a lot of problems come in, and, you need to have that release so that you don't absorb that. You need to be able to either keep your distance or just to be able to ground it and release it or transmute it, I think is the word I'm looking for. I'm getting that your optimism, it's almost like you're a natural at it, to transmute that energy where you don't really absorb a tremendous amount, maybe like 10 or 20% is what I'm getting. And that's going to allow it so that you're able to really help people, and I think you help yourself. But I feel like this is you really being on a world stage. I don't see you being small, by the way. I see this as being a big move for you, but it's just taking that first step and putting yourself out there, because you've definitely got the tools to make it happen. So Leslie, that is what your husband has to tell you. Beautiful. Get out there and do it. We need more light workers. Absolutely. I love it. All right. So, hi, Tommy. So let me see. What is your question? I just want to here we go. Ask a question, super chat. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Tommy, I adopted a rescue dog, Jack Russell. He's 14 years old, deaf, and is there any way of telling me what I may do to make him happy? Okay, let's find out. Oh, I love that breed. I've got min pins. The Jack Russell and a Fox Terrier and Chihuahua and Dachshund were the other ones. I don't know. I've had min pins for, what is it, 40 years now. So I ended up doing it again. Okay, so let's find out. What does your dog want to tell you? Okay. We have Three of Wands. Oh, so these two cards wanted to come out together. Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, a lot of action. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so what your dog... So first of all, it's 4 cards. So we've got Three of Wands. We've got the Ace of Wands, a gift and blessing from the universe and a new beginning, along with the Queen of Wands. That's powerful energy. And Wands is powerful energy. And I'll explain that in a second. And then we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So this is really telling me that he wants you to make him happy. This is about you creating a life with him, manifesting in this happiness. So maybe walks, different treats, different toys, trying different things. Maybe he needs a lot of attention. There's a lot coming in, but he wants you to really start working at it. And I'm sure you already have, but he really wants to feel that love come from you. And if he's shy or if he's got some other things he's coming at, it's still knowing that you have like this love bubble in the home, right? Maybe he can only handle so much attention because he's a rescue, whatever the situation is. I'm getting that he wants you to manifest in what it is that he needs. He wants you to basically read his mind. However, what's coming in is we've got this Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So this ace is a gift and blessing from the universe and a new beginning. It's also the ace of fire and passion. It's out with the old, in with the new. So this could be out with the old way of doing things, maybe even his older food. Maybe it's not working for him, whatever it is. He wants change, and that's what this is all about. But this is fire, action, and passion. So this could also be having a lot of excitement. Even though he's 14, maybe he wants to do a few more walks. Maybe he, depending on what kind of the world you're in, maybe he wants a sweater on now when he walks, where he didn't need one before. But this is about self-actualizing. So maybe it's a talent that he has. Maybe, those dogs are really smart. And maybe he was trained to do something and he really enjoys it. So maybe it was playing Frisbee. Maybe it was playing catch, or maybe it was doing agility. Whatever it is, I feel like he's very smart and he needs to self-actualize. He needs to be put in an arena where he can really use his intelligence. If you remember the show Frasier, and that dog Eddie, that Jack Russell Terrier, from what I remember of the story, he was going to be put to sleep. And they went down, they needed a dog for the show. They went down to the shelter and they're like, well, this dog isn't going to sleep. And the trainer was like, oh my God, no, this is such an intelligent dog. But they were going to put him down. They thought he was a difficult dog. So he or she got that dog and trained it, and look at that dog perform on that show because he needs a challenge. So it's about self-actualization. That's what's going to make your dog really happy. I think the dog is really intelligent. Out with the old, in with the new. Maybe they just switch it up. Maybe he's bored with the routine and he just needs some new stimulation. They call that enrichment also. So having something where it's not the same old routine, mix it up a little bit. Maybe a walk on a different road, or a different type of toy that he hasn't seen, or put some toys away and pull out a new one and swap them out, right? There's something about that. He needs that kind of stimulation. And then we have this Knight of Pentacles. This knight is on a mission for structure. Your dog really wants security. Absolutely. So your dog needs to be secure, stable, and that's really what's going to make him happy. He needs that type of security, knows you're going to come home, or if you're retired and you're home all the time, then this is that moment where the dog just likes to know what your routine is. Even though he wants things mixed up and challenged, he likes to know that you're always there, There's always food on the table kind of energy. There's always water in the bowl. He always gets a treat. There's always love. There's never a miscommunication. In other words, you're rewarding good behavior, and he kind of knows what the boundaries are and what's expected. He is going to probably push those boundaries because he's a Jack Russell, but he likes that security. So it's you being the alpha, you being in control, and also giving him the freedom to be him. That's what I'm getting. But he really wants it to come from you. He's looking for you for guidance to set that tone and to know like what's expected, right? To know the boundaries, the parameters, to know what's expected. So there seems to be that. But this dog is all about self-actualization with this. Does that make sense, Tommy? That's funny. You have 3 cats. Oh my God, I love it. So just to put this out there, I've got 4 dogs. God, my hand's killing me. I've got 4 dogs, 3 cats, and a bunch of birds. So yeah, I totally get it. And so I'll set boundaries with the cat so that he's not picked on ever. Yeah, that could be part of it. Let's see what else. That could be part of it. And then, but once they all get to know each other, I don't know how long you've had him. Like if you just got him, then yeah, they all have to get used to each other. And if he's really mellow, I don't know, like, can you imagine you have this Jack Russell? Do you have Mancoons, right? Do you have like those big cats? And so are the cats going to be threatened? How is that going to work out? But eventually it all does. I mean, all of my animals all get along. All of them. I got really lucky because I know some people that they don't have that. The cats snuggle with the dogs. It's wild. And the cats snuggle with the birds. Oh my God, that freaked me out the first time I saw that. So you know what? It's just, you set that tone. Yeah, animals do rock. They're awesome. All right, so that's what I have for you, Tommy. I hope that helps. Oh my God, I wish we could have pictures. All right. So let me grab this deck. All right, so we've got, let me see. Let me just double check really quick. So I've got one more question, and then I'm going to do the group read. I just want to double check that I haven't missed anybody. Okay. Okay, no, just people booking readings. Okay, so let's go and let's see. Okay, so, all right. So this is going to be the last question, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the collective reading. All right, so this one is from David, and he writes, "Hi, Allison, I love your videos. Thank you. Flattery gets you everywhere." And it says, "What does the universe want to tell me about my country for 2026? Civil War." Tim oh, there it is. Tim from UK. I thought it was somewhere else. Sorry, I thought it said David. Okay, so, sorry, it's your last name. Okay, so this is a question. It will affect everybody in the UK. What does the universe want to tell me about my country for 2026? That's the UK. Civil War, question mark. So let's find out what's coming for the UK this year, 2026. All right. All right, here we go. Beautiful UK. What is happening there? 10 of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the 7 of Swords. A lot of ugly stuff's coming in. So we have the 10 of Wands, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the 7 of Swords. So what we have is this, your country is really burned out right now. I think it's totally maxed out. It's weighed down. There's so many burdens by all the immigration that's coming in. It's attacks on the system. It's attacks on the people, the grooming gangs. There's just a lot of nasty stuff. The politicians. There's a lot of dark energy that's coming in over there. This is an ending. Something has to give. When you're a 10 in the tarot is an ending, something has to give. So this is about laying down all that stuff. Something has to break. There's a breaking point right now. Knight of Swords is here. A lot of clarity and communication coming in. A lot of people are going to start speaking up. You're going to see a lot of protests in the street, maybe some riots here and there. You might see more crackdowns happening from the government onto the citizens. There's a lot of deception going on. The Seven of Swords is about deception, and it's about strategy. They are still deceiving the people. This could be MK Ultra. This could be just a lot of misinformation and propaganda. I saw that they're making someone that is not French, Joan of Arc. You know, I mean, they're really trying to demoralize all of Europe. And so this is something that's coming in. This deception is deep, and it's going to keep going. And for 2026, it's not letting up. I think the brainwashing is huge. Oh my God, it's huge. And there's going to come a breaking point. So I would say, you know, we love you and we support you from over here, and things are going to get crazy. Civil war, it is around the corner, but I'm not sure if it's going to be 2026. I think it's like a prelude to it. I'm going to pull an extra card for you because of this. Is there going to be civil war in the UK? And we'll see what the cards say, because I think, you know, there's so much ugliness going on. Let's find out. All right, is there going to be civil war in the UK? We've got Four of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. You know what? I don't see actual war yet. So, but I do see this card of going through a finish line. I do feel like there's going to be a big movement, and there's going to be some type of a resolution. I don't know when, but this is telling me this is the card of celebrating milestones. This is also the card of freedom. So maybe a revolution somehow takes place. Maybe that's part of that internet going down, when that question that was asked earlier. But there's something that works out to your benefit in your country. I'm just getting, it's celebrating in freedom. So you know what? Maybe the royalty is toppled and Parliament is toppled. Now, I say that in reservation because the New World Order would love to get rid of them and replace them with some other regime. So I would just say, I think they would. So let's just see what's happening, because this is telling me that they're going to leave all that trouble behind and going on to a calmer time, which tells me that something happened. But it doesn't want to tell me if it was civil war, but I'm getting that something happened. The Knight of Cups, maybe this is all the people that truly love their country will actually speak up and try and save it. The whole area, that beautiful, gorgeous area, Scotland, Ireland, you're looking at England, Wales. I mean, you're looking at all that beautiful land. I mean, that's my ancestry. I'm also Danish, but that's where my heart is too. And I just feel like that's kind of what's coming through. Something's going to happen, but it works out to your advantage. So massive deportations. I mean, those grooming gangs and everyone's ignoring it is insane. Arresting people for making Facebook posts is insane. That can only go on for so long. All right, so that's my soapbox. That's what I have to say about that. So sending you lots of love to the UK. Oh my God, love it. All right, so let's go ahead and do a reading for the collective. All right, so this is going to be for everybody watching live, in the replay, or whenever this video happens to find you. All right. What does the universe want to tell everybody today? King of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Empress. All right, King of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Empress. Beautiful. So what this is saying, King of Swords, everybody use your discernment, connect the dots, start taking in as much information as possible from reliable sources, or take it in and see what resonates with you. Use your discernment, connect the dots, make smart, educated decisions. This is one of those moments where I think people are going to have a lot of revelations about things that are coming in, a lot of epiphanies. This is you also, I think, having some victories in your life, right? There's a lot of wins going on right now. Kind of forget the distractions that are going on around you. We're kind of aware of it. We know it, but don't give your energy away to that, because you want to focus on what it is that you want to do and succeed in your life. You're that beautiful light worker. You are the rainbow. This is you. And oh God, I shouldn't have said that. That's such a political word now. Oh my God. Just think of these multicolored, frequencies that you have. You can't even use certain words anymore. It's so stupid. Anyways, you're this multicolor spectrum. We are multifaceted creatures. And this is that moment where you can tap into that and have a lot of truth and enlightenment around you. And I think it's for a win. I think it's big. I think that, you might feel trapped. You might feel at a loss, and maybe you can't see your way out at times. And that's why you want to go and use your discernment and start connecting dots. This is when you take that information and take a deep breath and try not to feel overwhelmed. Because when you overprocess in the mind, that can make you feel overwhelmed. It's having that balance, I think, that's coming in, that's very important this week, is to have that balance, have a bird's eye view. When you pull back and see the big picture, that allows you to connect those dots and to see very clearly what's going on. The Empress is here for you. The Empress is you living your best life. Period. Everybody, live your best life. Tap into what it is that you want to do from your inner heart and your inner beauty. And do it. Try and keep the ugliness that's going on around us at bay. Tap into what's beautiful. Have those nature walks. Surround yourself with people that are loving and supportive. If you have those people that are not like that in your life, ask yourself, why are you allowing them to suck your energy? Because usually they're energy vampires. Why are you allowing that in your space? You have one life. It's up to you to make the most of it. You choose. You define how you want to live your life. You define on who you let close to you. This is that moment where you're making choices from the heart. What is in alignment for you? What life do you want to create from your inner beauty? Male or female, that's the energy of this card. So it's for men too. Men, what do you want to create? Men have been under attack. Oh my God. For like the last 50 years, they have attacked our beautiful divine men, the divine masculine. Oh my God, they've castrated them. This is that moment, if you're a male, to step into your power. Step into who it is that you want to be. I mean, men and women have been beaten down, but really, they have really gone after the divine masculine in this society. So I would say really step into who it is that you want to be and embrace that beautiful aspect of self. Beautiful energy. Now, this is the divine feminine, but, again, that is the energy of this card, choosing from your heart, divine masculine, what it is that you want to be, right? Gorgeous energy. That's what the universe wants to tell everybody today. Create a lot of beautiful things in your life. You are in control. There's ways that you can work through things. When people always say they don't have enough money, maybe that's the moment where you get a roommate. Maybe there's certain things that you have in your closet that you can sell on eBay or Facebook Marketplace. There are other ways of doing things you don't wear anymore. Put it out there. Other things, tools that you don't use, put it out there, right? There's things that you can do. Think outside the box. All right, that's what I have for you for today. If you could, as always, please do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you see me when I go live next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time. And don't forget, I do the daily tarot reading. If you haven't checked it out, go watch a previous one so you get an idea what it's like. And definitely check out your Zodiac sign. And just a reminder, too, if you would like to book a reading with me, I do have a sale going on, so definitely take advantage of that. All of that information is in the description below. The links are there. All right, everybody, moderators, thank you for being here tonight. It has been fabulous. I will see you next Tuesday, and I might start doing one during the day. And it'll be next week, not this week. I'm already booked out, but it'll be next week if I'm going to do it. All right, everybody, sending you lots of love. Bye for now. Oh, thank you. So no more questions. I just saw a question come in. So no more questions. If you have a question you want to submit, you can submit it. You can either book a session with me. I also have the 30-minute sessions now available because some people said that they just needed quick information or they couldn't afford the full session. So there are 30-minute sessions. So if you'd like to go over that, you can book a session, or next Tuesday, ask the question. All right, everybody, sending you lots of love. Bye for now. Just reading the chat.